Where we at with it? Okay, there we go. Hi, Queen Star Libra. Hi, Adina. Hi, Jada M. Hey, Casey. How are you? All right, guys. So let's get started with this reading. I have some interesting cards out today, so we'll see what's going on with that. All right. Yeah, I'm excited. All right. So if my Sagittariuses who are watching are dealing with an Aries, how does this Aries currently feel about them? How does this Aries currently feel about them? Give me some messages, please. If my Saggies are dealing with an Aries, how does this Aries currently feel about them? Give me some cards. All right, Three of Wands. And the Five of Swords. Okay, so you could have had a big blowout with the Aries. I feel like this Aries is waiting for you to reach out versus reaching out. So they're anticipating your arrival. They're anticipating a message coming from you. And they definitely still feel the brunt of some type of argument or big blowout that you guys have had. If nothing happened recently with the Aries, they're thinking about in the past when you guys argued and kind of hit below the belt. Something is coming back up. So if nothing happened most recently, then something from the past is coming back up about how you chewed them out, you tore them a new one. All right. Could have been concerning like someone being sneaky, someone lying, someone cheating, even. Let's get one more card for this Aries and how they feel about you. But they're waiting to hear from you. So if you and this Aries haven't been talking since, they're waiting to hear from you. If they don't hear from you, it's going to be a while before they do bite that bullet and reach out. So I do feel like someone's thinking about you. They're also thinking, okay, Five of Wands. So the argument could have been very brutal, or the exchange of words could have been very brutal. They're wondering if it was as bad as it seemed in that moment. So in that moment, it seemed very harsh, very rude, very crazy, even. Now they're looking back and they're like, was it even that bad? I don't think it was that bad that we don't have to speak or we don't have to see each other again. All right, so that's how I feel an Aries feels about you. Let's get some cards to clarify about this Aries. Okay. Interesting. All right. I feel like I need one more card. Hold on. Okay. All right. So first card we have is fishing boat. So someone is kind of like leaving you little hints that they want to hear from you, that they want to see you soon, but you're not biting. You know what I'm saying? Like the bait that they're throwing out to catch you, you're not biting. They need to try harder and they need to do something more grandiose to get your attention. Like they have been putting hints out there, but it doesn't seem like you even pick up on these hints, or it's not enough for you to reach out. You're like, that's cute, but I need something more. All right. All right, this is interesting. We have servant. So one of you in this situation is kind of feeling burdened from having to always reach out, having to always call, having to be the one to always be the bigger person, having to be the one to plan dates or plan time together. So one of you is kind of tired of that. That also gives a big energy of like a one-sided connection. Sorry, guys. I think I have something on my lip. Hello? What is that? Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, so it gives like a very one-sided type of thing. So one of you is just kind of tired of the other person not putting in the work, not putting in time. Okay. And then this one is very kind of funny. All right, this one says everyday ritual is interrupted. So again, if you think that this Aries is not thinking about you, I feel like in their day to day, whether that's going to work, whether that's like they hang out with their friends every day, whether that's like when they're eating on their break, when they're at home watching their favorite show, thoughts of you are kind of interrupting their day to day process. So it's getting pretty hot and heavy on this Aries side, but I feel like they have been trying to get you to come back around, but you're not picking it up. Either it's so settled that you're not able to like catch on to it, or you have caught on and it's still not enough. It's not enough for you to pick up the phone or for you to send that text or make that call or pull up to where they're at. It's not enough for you. All right, let's talk more about how this Aries currently feels about you. Tell me about the Three of Wands. Oh my goodness. Say it ain't so. Are we back? Okay, hold on. Let me make sure the mic is working. I don't know what just happened, y'all. So we just gonna have to tread lightly over here, okay? All right. Sorry about that. Three of Wands. Clarify the Three of Wands for this Aries. All right, King of Cups. So this is a masculine, possibly. All right, or whoever the masculine is in the situation, whether that's you or this Aries, is really in their feelings in a positive way over this connection. They have happy thoughts about this connection. They're still very much attached to you emotionally. And this masculine is waiting for their counterpart to reach out, okay? Or to even pick up on these subtle hints that they've been giving. So I do see that. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. So there's an offer still there of commitment or just long term. Like there's an offer still on the table. If you want to get back together, if you want to continue seeing each other regularly, they're into that. Okay. Whoever this masculine is, they want to work things out with the Three of Pentacles. And then what's the Five of Swords? All right, Queen of Wands. So whoever my feminine is, that could be you being the Queen of Wands. You tore someone a new one. Like, I don't know what to say. You definitely hurt this masculine's ego or their feelings. You crushed them. Again, the Seven of Swords was up. So it's like this feminine found out some sneaky or weird things that were happening behind her back. When she found out, she confronted the situation very harshly. And she meant every word. So definitely this person is thinking about that, thinking about what you said, thinking about the argument, thinking about how things went down once things were revealed to you. And let's see what else. So you called someone out, feminine, okay? Yeah, we have the Emperor, yeah. Okay, masculine Aries here. You called this person out. You showed their true identity. You see how this person's kind of like wearing a mask. You told them truly who they are in the inside. Like you called out some ugly part of them that maybe they kept trying to hide, and that part of them they were trying to hide it from you, and that part of them is like a sneak or a liar or a cheater, something of that sort. Okay, so once that was exposed, this, you kind of gave it to them very raw and very real. All right, tell me about the Knight of Pentacles. There's so many distractions during this reading. Someone's trying to call me right now. All right, what's the Knight of Pentacles? All right, Seven of Cups. Okay, so someone's like dating right now. They're seeking out other options, but I feel like whoever this person is will be very slow to realize that none of these options kind of match up to you or you to them. There's a feminine here that no one can quite is on her level, period. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. So someone is going to be very slow to realize that. I feel like they're trying to seek out other options since things have ended or since you guys are in separation right now. But yeah, someone is just not quite like you, Sag. Someone doesn't have the confidence that you do. Someone is just cannot compete with you. Other women or other people can't compete with you. So someone's going to be slow to realize that, and I feel like that's why it's taking so much time for them to just be upfront and just bite the bullet and speak to you, conversate. All right, so that's what I'm seeing with the Aries. I guess we should get like an outcome, right? What's the outcome between you and this Aries? Okay. What's the outcome? I need to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, like seriously. I'm going to do that in a second. What's the outcome between you and this Aries? All right, Six of Swords. I feel like from a logical standpoint, especially whoever this feminine is, something is just not whatever transpired between you two that caused this big argument. It's taking someone a while to, I won't even say heal, but like the feelings kind of gotten lost from that situation. So someone is just way more logical. Like when it comes to the emotional side of things, I'm not willing to give. I may not even be willing to receive. So it kind of puts it in a weird dynamic. Like, are you guys going to be able to move forward together from this, or is someone just going to move forward alone? So that's kind of like a decision. I feel like it's really up to this feminine with the Queen of Swords to decide that, like if she's willing to move forward with this masculine, or am I going to just be moving forward individually? Okay. All right, so that's what I'm seeing between you and the Aries, how Aries feels about you. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and I want to wipe off this lip gloss because it's not giving, okay? Something weird is happening, like, on my lips with this. So give me 1 second, then we're going to move on to Taurus. If you're dealing with the Taurus, how does this Taurus currently feel about you? All right, we have the Emperor. High Priestess. That's interesting. Okay, let's see what else. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, slow and steady energy. Alrighty, and also Three of Wands as well. So there's a lot of anticipation between you and this Taurus at this time of just getting to know each other. This could be like a newer energy in your life. This could be someone that you could have known for a while, but you guys are just now getting to know each other on that romantic level. And I feel like there's a lot of caution here on both sides. So initially, what I'm getting with that Emperor energy, I feel like there's a masculine here who is trying to figure out their feminine. The feminine with the high priestess kind of knows what she's doing. There is a little game playing here, but it's almost like cautionary tale. When you learned a powerful lesson that kind of sat you down in love, you kind of don't want to do a repeat. So whoever this feminine is, she's interested in this masculine for sure. I feel like this feminine really likes the boss type mentality that this masculine has, but they're not going to be giving in too easily. They could be playing hard to get. They could have a very mysterious vibe to them towards this masculine. And I feel like this masculine is choosing not to react to the games. They're keeping a very mature and responsible reaction to this feminine, and they don't mind taking things slow either. I feel like this masculine, though, they're not like a game player. So the games that are being thrown their way, they kind of just ignore it. But if it got to a place where, like some games and playing hard to get could be cool. But when it gets to the point where I feel like I'm being played, I feel like that's where this masculine will draw the line. There's a very serious vibe from this masculine. So when it comes to like the game playing and how playful this feminine could be, I feel like they are intrigued, but they don't really like give much of a reaction back. So it's very interesting, but there is a big sense of interest on both sides. Both of these people here are very interested in each other, and they are both on the same mindset that we should take things slow, or I'm okay with taking things slow. I'm not going to rush you. You're not going to rush me. Okay, this is going to be a slow buildup of a type of connection. I'm cool with that. So that's what I'm seeing. And let's get some messages to clarify this. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. This is kind of interesting. All right. So first and foremost, we have firefighter here. All right. So that is that is very interesting. Someone obviously could be a firefighter, or this could be someone who puts out fires in a very, play in words. Like someone is not bringing the drama, and they don't want drama. And if drama comes their way, they're kind of turned off by that. And that kind of goes back to what I was saying about someone's okay with the games, just don't make it become something toxic, because once that happens, I'm out. And I feel like that's more so this masculine, okay? It could be like this firefighter energy. We also have hold on. What is this word? I don't even know the definition of this word. Okay, I was thinking that. I don't know. All right. So, did some of you guys meet this person at church, which is another very interesting thing, or whatever religious place? I'm also getting the workplace as well. So maybe you met this person through someone that you know from work. Like it's like mutuals, right? So we go to church together, we meet, we work together, we meet. Someone from church introduced us, someone from the workplace that I know introduced us, that kind of energy. And then this one is kind of weird, but y'all have to let me know about this one. We have hospital waiting room. So literally, this can mean that maybe you met this person in the hospital waiting room, which is interesting. Or this could literally just mean like maybe someone is in an energy of healing, okay? And it's interesting because I don't know who's healing. It could be both of you. Definitely could be this high priestess. I mean, I feel like that's a given. But I also get the vibe that this emperor also has had their trial and error in love as well. And it's kind of like, I don't want to go back into a situation that's going to hurt me or make me learn a lesson all over again. I'm kind of like in the waiting period if my right person comes, but I'm very cautious about putting myself in the danger zone. Okay, so I am getting that. Let's go ahead and clarify about this masculine, the emperor. It's interesting because there's literally like what is it called? What is that thing called? A fire truck that just went down my road. So that is interesting. All right, let's see. So a lot of distractions in this reading, but I guess they're confirmations. Whatever comes in, I'm ready for it. All right, what's the emperor? Tell me about this emperor's energy towards their high priestess. The tower. Okay, so shock, initial shock. There's some type of shock value about this high priestess. Very mysterious, but something is shocking to this masculine. Maybe the attraction or the bond that you guys have could be very shocking. I wasn't thinking I would meet someone anytime soon. I wasn't thinking I would even really be falling for you. I wasn't thinking I'd like you as much or that I'd be so attracted. So there's a shock factor here that this emperor is feeling, but they're playing it very cool, which is good. All right, let's see what else. Four of Pentacles. Okay, so this masculine has definitely have it made for themselves in some type of part of their life. This could be their career. They could be very well established in their career, have great job security. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. They're making good money. This could be like their status in assets. If they have a home already, if they have a car or two, there's some type of status here for this emperor. They're definitely in a position of boss energy. So this person definitely has it made in some way. All right. So they really are not around for the games. And then tell me about the high priestess. Ooh, Ten of Swords. This high priestess most recently went through a devastating ending in friendship or in love. Um, or they could have lost someone, or someone in their life is sickly and it's worrying them. Okay. So I definitely do see that. Let's see what else is going on. Hierophant. Okay, but they stay prayed up though. They've been through some rough times most recently, but they stayed very connected to source. They stayed very connected to God, to whatever they believe in. Very spiritual type of woman with the high priestess and the Hierophant. Also someone who is commitment worthy. Now, when you think of the high priestess often gets the bad rap of being mistress energy, and maybe that's something that they're leaving behind. Maybe in their past relationship, unbeknownst to them or knowingly, they were in that energy of being side chick. But I feel like this person is someone who really values commitment or marriage or monogamy, long-term relationships. So again, mysterious vibe to this woman. Like from face value, you wouldn't think she's really deep within, but once you get to know her, she's very, very deep. Very deep. We have the oracle here, very deep. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles. Y'all, what is going on? Oh my God, what's going on today? Okay, please work with me. Okay, sorry, y'all. Let's see. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles. My life is falling apart. Okay, let's see. Seven of Pentacles. This is going to be a slow build, but it feels like it's going to be a very valuable connection in your life, Sag. I'm not lying. All right. And it feels like this is going to work. It may start off slow, but it feels like this is like a long time coming, this kind of great love. It's kind of like a last minute connection, like maybe when you're just about to give up on love and then focus elsewhere, just when this person's about to give up on love, focus elsewhere, it kind of just comes in very strong, very hard. Emperor, Tower, okay? I feel like this is going to be a very balanced connection and very healthy. So if you are used to toxic type of relations, this gives a lot of like very healthy, very mentally stable type of relationship. What's the outcome? What's the outcome here? All right, Four Swords. So you guys are two people who enjoy your solitude, enjoy your alone time. And I don't see you guys like being the type of connection. I was going to say couple. I don't see you guys being the type of connection that like what is it called? Hover over each other or just, too much on each other. It feels like you guys give each other healthy space, but there is a very playful vibe coming in. So again, this feels like a newer connection for you, but there is a very playful vibe. I do see you guys making jokes, or I feel most importantly, this emperor, you're going to kind of crack this emperor, whoever this high priestess is. You're going to crack this emperor. They seem to be very strong and very like, all the time. But I feel like this emperor very soon is going to allow themselves to have a playful side with you. And they're going to kind of open up a little bit more. But also, I just don't see this moving fast. I see it taking its time. You're still given the energy to enjoy your solitude and this person themselves. And you guys come together when you want to. It's a slow build, okay? So that's for the Taurus. Let's move on to Gemini. Oh Lord, guys, this is crazy. All right, moving on to Gemstone. All right, if you are a Sagittarius currently dealing with a Gemini, this is how this Gemini feels about you. If you are a Sagittarius currently dealing with a Gemini, this is how this Gemini feels about you at this time. How does this Gemini feel about Sag at this time? What's their current feelings for Sag? What is this Gemini's current feelings for Sagittarius? All right, Nine of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. Okay. So if this is a newer Gemini in your life, like you don't really know this Gemini very well, one thing that you should know is that they have been through the ringer in love, almost to the point of giving up on love or even like hopeless romantic energy. What's interesting about this newer Gemini is that they're, even though they've been through the ringer in love, they're still willing to put in a lot of effort towards you. So whatever they've been through, it's not stopping them from giving you their all. They're not someone who's been through a rough time or a rough past to now where they're like closed off. They're still going to be giving you the most, the best. They're going to be doing their best towards you, giving you a great effort. And also, there's an energy here between you and this Gemini where you guys are able to open up and be honest and truthful to each other, maybe about your past and how you're feeling. Also, lots of great conversation with this Gemini. I feel like this Gemini is a talker. I feel like you guys are going to have long phone calls or long text message threads or long DMs. I feel like this person texts in paragraphs almost. It's almost like they've been waiting to open up to someone. They've been waiting to express themselves and they have a lot to say. Now, if this is a Gemini that you're very familiar with, same thing goes. In this connection with you, they have felt like they're going through a very rough time, almost wanting to give up, but they're still putting forth a lot of effort towards this situation. And if this is a Gemini that you have been dating and it's been rough lately, I feel like communication has been a big factor. But I do see that this Gemini is going to put in a great effort to communicate and be more open and be more talkative, express themselves. So either way, it looks good. It looks positive. Okay. I also see that there's a feminine here who is getting their mojo back. Okay. So if you're meeting this new Gemini, you could have just put yourself out there. You could have just taken some more pictures for, social media. You could have just started to come out more. You're in like this physical journey where you're like your physicality. So like doing your hair more, doing your makeup, working out, whatever, and you're putting yourself out there, and this Gemini is taking notice. If this is a Gemini that you've been dealing with, they're seeing that this feminine is getting their mojo back. They're starting to do things that they did in the beginning of the relationship, and I feel like that's good. All right, let's see. Let's clarify this. Okay. This is interesting. All right. First card to come out says a rumor is going around town. So I don't know if that's a rumor about you, Sag, because it looks like, or the feminine, because the feminine is the Queen of Wands and the Sun. So something's being exposed about this person because they're putting themselves out there more. They're looking good. There could be gossip going on around about this Gemini or this Sagittarius feminine. So that's going around. And then on the other hand, we have a superstitious person. So someone who could really be in their head quite a bit, maybe about what's being said around town, which is interesting. And then we have lottery winner. Okay. So I don't know if that's in regards to how someone feels about you, like they've hit the lottery. They're not willing to let this go. They're going to put in a lot of effort towards you, or someone literally is like lucky in this situation. There could be a lot of luck following this connection. That was interesting. All right, let's clarify these cards. The Nine of Wands. Tell me about the Nine of Wands, please. All right, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. What else? I feel like someone's been working on themselves quite a bit. It could be the feminine, but also the masculine as well. All right, so someone could have abandonment issues. We have the Seven of Pentacles with the Five of Pentacles. I feel like someone's been trying to store away those negative thoughts of like abandonment or where they feel rejected in life. And they've really been working to toughen up, okay, with the Nine of Wands. There was I don't know, someone's just been very heartbroken a lot, and not just by love, but like people that they've trusted, people that they've loved themselves, like their family, their friends. They have to work on being strong. They have to work on like forgiving, and maybe like letting things go, keeping things in the past, not bringing things up over and over again. I feel like someone's really trying to work on that trait of themselves where they feel rejected or down or abandoned. They've been doing a lot of work to remain strong through the storm. Okay. So someone's going through their own little personal journey here, but they're not willing to sacrifice this connection. They still want to work towards it. They still want to do it. This is like equivalent to someone where you're like, honestly speaking, Ace of Swords, you could be like, are you ready to date? Are you ready to get back together? Do you need to take time for yourself? And they're like, no, that's not going to make me happy. What's going to make me happy is putting forth all my effort towards you. So this person's pretty decisive on what they want with you. Let's see, 8 of Pentacles. 10 of Cups in reverse. So this is crazy. So if this is someone that you've been dating, this Gemini, it's almost like they're really fighting for your love back. Like if they feel like you guys fell out of love, they're not willing to let that or allow that to be what transpired, and then that's the ending. Like, no, I'm going to try any other way. I'm going to work my ass off to bring love back into this relationship. I don't want to break up. So that's a thing. If this is a new Gemini, this person really puts forth a big effort to find love in other individuals. So I feel like it's not just you, like even in friendships, this person will overdo it because they're looking for love. It comes from that sense of abandonment or these changes that happen in their life, these disruptions that came about in their life. They really are trying to look for love. They want to find love. Hopeless romantic, like I said. All right. So this person puts forth a lot of effort and kind of like does a lot for individuals, will give all of themselves, maybe even to exhaustion, just to find a true love. Yeah, the Empress. Someone thinks so highly of their feminine here. They put them on a pedestal and they are going to spoil this feminine like a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. Okay. Because they really want to be loved back. They want this Empress to love them. Okay. What's the Ace of Swords? 8 of Cups. And what else? The Chariot. Okay, so someone has a success story that they're going to be speaking to you about. Now, if this is a new Gemini, they're going to be speaking to you about the 8 of Cups, how someone left them behind. Okay, someone that they truly love, that they did a lot for. But they're also going to be saying, also the Chariot, that they are motivated, they're driven to move on and be successful elsewhere in another relationship. So they still want love. They're looking for love. They're wanting to date. That didn't break them enough to get them to just kind of like not continue trying to find the love of their life. Okay. So someone's saying this to you. And then if this is a Gemini that you guys are on the outs, you don't know if you guys are going to get back together, work it out. I feel like there's going to be a very open discussion about you possibly leaving them behind and how they feel like you guys can make it work. Point blank, period. Okay. So, what is the outcome between you and this Gemini? What's the outcome between this Gemini and Sagittarius? All right, we have the 9 of Swords. Okay, so that brings us back to this card that said the superstitious person. Someone's superstitions or someone's just anxiety about this connection could be worsening the connection. This is like equivalent to someone who, anytime that you're going outside, you're going to hang out with your friends, you're going to do something with your family, they're like accusatory or they're asking you a million questions, interrogating you because they have trust issues. So I don't know. I feel like that can be very hard to maintain a connection without trust, or and also with this person who may have a lot of anxiety based on what they've been through. And we have the 6 of Wands in reverse. Now, for this feminine, we have the Sun and the Queen of Wands. So this feminine is going to be outside. They're going to be showing themselves off. They're going to be wearing new clothes, doing their hair, doing their makeup. That with the 6 of Wands in reverse, this is the energy that someone doesn't want someone to be seen. Someone just kind of wants that possessive energy. How will that work moving forward? I don't know. Some people like that. Some people don't like that. So it really is just up to you and this person how that is going to fit, if that's going to work or not. But I do see that. I do see someone just having so much anxiety if you go out with your friends, or if you're on the phone, in the bathroom, or if you bought some new clothes and you're wearing them out, or if you just went to go get your hair cut or your hair done. Someone is very accusatory here, very superstitious, okay? So that's what I'm seeing with the Gemini. Moving on to Taurus. Oh, not Taurus, Cancer, sorry. Hey guys, hi to everyone who's in here and watching. Thank you for being here. We are bussing these signs down and we're talking about how they feel about you. All right, we're currently on Cancer and we're going all the way to Pisces. So let's see, how does this Cancer currently feel about you? Oop, wrong deck, sorry. How does this Cancer currently feel about my Saggies? If you're dealing with a Cancer, how does this Cancer currently feel about Sag? What is this Cancer's current feelings for Sag? Give me some cards, please. What is this Cancer's current feelings for my Sagittarius? Justice. All right, Queen of Pentacles. Ten of Swords. There's a lot of heartbreak in these readings most recently, I'm seeing, okay? So 10 of Swords is here. Bottom of the deck, we have Emperor. Emperor's been coming out a lot, too. Some of you guys have some real boss type guys in your life, all right? So Emperor on the bottom of the deck. Obviously, there's a masculine here. There's also a feminine here, Queen of Pentacles, who could be very career driven right now, very focused on her children, if she has children, very focused on her finances and her stability. Also, ooh, sorry guys, I had the chills. Also, this feminine could be wanting something like long term or real. Like they are very committed type of energy, but something has to make sense. And first card being Justice, I feel like what needs to make sense is like equality. So I don't know if that equality is in a financial range, or if that has to do with like just if something's been one-sided, if something has been very unfair. Definitely justice here is here, and it feels like between you and this Cancer, you guys are going to be getting to the root of that issue. Like someone's ready to make amends finally. All right, so that's interesting. And then this Queen of Pentacles is behind Justice, so it's almost like this needs to happen first before I'm even able to commit to this. And what's behind the Queen of Pentacles is a lot of pain or hurt or betrayal. Ten of Swords, so something like that was going on either towards this Queen of Pentacles or towards this Emperor. All right, let's see what this is giving. All right, so first card we have here is reckless enthusiasm. Okay, so this could be like equivalent to someone saying yes to something too quickly, like saying yes and then eating their words later, or saying no and eating their words later. So someone has either approved or denied something without thinking it through, and their actions are not matching up. So I don't know what that's about. Like if someone says that they're ready to commit, they want to be with you for the rest of their life, and then their actions are not matching up. It's like someone spoke too soon in a certain situation that caused a lot of drama, or caused someone to miss the potential of this connection. So I am seeing that. This is interesting. We have future president. So like, is this, what am I trying to say? Is this significant to some of you guys in some way? Future president is very interesting. All right, I'm just going to leave that one there. I don't want to think too much. We have person just released from prison. Okay, so that's another thing, especially with the Justice card being here. That could be a big thing. Like, is someone's morals correct? Are they going to stay out of prison, or are they going to just go right back in? All right, so let's see what this is about. That was a very interesting pick. Let's clarify that Justice card. Also, morals being correct for someone who is incarcerated. So again, I don't know. What was I watching the other day? I don't know if you guys know about the situation, but like Jennifer Williams, you know, the celebrity, whatever, and her guy, the younger guy that she's dating, who just got locked up. He had to turn himself in for like fraudulent crimes. And she's so into him, but I clearly, when I watched them, I see a disconnect where what his motives are, and I also see her motives. And I feel like he's like someone who talks in circles, and then it makes me think of like jail, because I don't know, how to explain it, but it makes me think of jail because like people who are incarcerated, they have a lot of time to be crafty, if you understand what I'm saying. So it's almost like maybe that's a question too, about if something is real, because someone kind of like was very quick to say that they're going to do something, but were you just being crafty? I don't know. Am I making sense, y'all? I don't think so. All right, what's Justice? Like, do you mean what you say? You know what I'm saying? What's the Justice card here? Queen of Swords. Okay, so there's a feminine here who feels like something has been very unfair, or something was done wrong to her, okay? And it's putting a very nasty taste in her mouth. There could also be unfinished business with another feminine. So this doesn't have to be my Queen of Pentacles. There could be another feminine that there's unfinished business with for this Emperor. And that person could be very mad or angry or hurt. And so there could be a lot of drama coming from that sector as well. Let's see what else is here. Yeah, 7 of Wands. So there could be competition between a Queen of Pentacles and a Queen of Swords. So there's kind of like an X here towards this masculine that has unfinished business, and maybe even like a vengeful spirit as well that can cause drama in this Queen of Pentacles life. There's like competition here. There's unfinished business here. Think about the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, the Empress. This Queen of Pentacles, first and foremost, is there's no competition. Okay, so if this is you, if you're a feminine Sag, no competition with you whatsoever with this Queen of Swords. I feel like this masculine, whoever this Emperor is in the situation, definitely holds you to a whole different standard, puts you on a pedestal, speaks very highly of you, but something cannot progress until something has completely ended. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah, because this masculine is not matching this Queen of Pentacles energy. They match this Queen of Pentacles energy in responsibility, maturity, being about their business, being career focused, finance focused, but mindset wise, or even like emotionally, they kind of still have something going on with this Queen of Swords. This could also be divorce. Like if someone's going through a divorce with someone, that has to be finalized before they can move forward to the next thing. Seems like this King of Swords really has the hots, or has a lot of love, or really wants to pursue this Queen of Pentacles, but there's this Queen of Swords that is straggling behind, and there's something that has to be done that ends. What's the Ten of Swords? King of Cups. Okay, so whoever this masculine is, this does feel like a missed opportunity based off of not tying up loose ends. And it's hurting this person's feeling. They feel very devastated that they can't move forward with you. Yeah, 3 of Wands, like something is not able to progress just yet. There would be like a waiting period. And I almost feel like this Queen of Pentacles is very loyal, but may not have the time to wait for something to progress, or for transgression to happen. It's like, and then also it feels like someone misspoke. Like maybe someone didn't lie, but they promised something and it's not coming true. And it has something to do with like a legal battle, a divorce, unfairness or something, or some type of loose ends with this Queen of Swords. So it's a very like difficult situation. And I feel like this masculine is ending up without either. No Queen of Swords, no Queen of Pentacles. What's the outcome here between you and this Cancer? What's going to be the outcome between you two? Ace of Swords, coming clean. So someone's going to be very honest about something. There's a breakthrough. Hello, can we get some focus? Okay, this is the Ace of Swords, if we can just see it correctly. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a breakthrough here. I feel like someone's going to tell you that they're not ready yet. Someone's not ready to commit yet, but they're working on it. That's the truth. And someone's going to say this. Someone really wants this new family or new love. Like they're so into this Empress, Queen of Pentacles. They really want it. They're falling in love, but not quite ready yet. Okay. Seven of Pentacles is like patience. I feel like someone's going to ask you to have patience with them while they tie up their loose ends. That's just what I'm getting. Okay. Yeah. A truth is coming out because something was hidden, something wasn't clear, something was bringing a lot of confusion. There could have even been something that was held on as a secret. The truth is coming out from this person's mouth. It's going to be very hard for them to do so, but I feel like it's needed because they're almost on the brink of devastation, of like losing out on this new individual. Okay, so that's how I feel like a Cancer feels about you. Moving on to Leo. Moving on to Leo, guys. All right. If you're a Sagittarius dealing with a Leo at this time, how does this Leo currently feel about you? What is this Leo's true feelings for you at this time? What is this Leo's true feelings for you at this time? Give me some cards. All right. We have the Fool. Eight of Pentacles. Hold on, y'all. Let me change the screen because I don't know why it's doing that. All right. Eight of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups. All right. So I feel like a Leo's about to extend their hand towards you. They're proposing you guys meet up or that you guys do something all over again. This Leo has a new attitude. They have a new walk to them. They're on a new journey in life. They're like completely, they're so different from what they used to be. So this feels like a past Leo. All right. It feels like this person is just way different than what they used to be, how they treated you, how they are going to treat you now is different from how they treated you in the past. They have a new mindset. They're into new things, new interests, new hobbies. The only thing that stayed the same is that they're into you. Okay. So they're going to be extending their hand to you with the Page of Cups. This person wants to try to work things out, or they want to speak to you, or they can now offer love. Maybe this is a Leo who couldn't offer love in the past. So with the Fool, they're coming to you a new person, a changed person. Eight of Pentacles, okay, they're going to be putting a lot of effort towards you. So if you are interested in this Leo, they're definitely going to be putting in a lot of effort, a lot of time and affection towards you. They are definitely not cutting any corners. And we have the Nine of Cups. This is a very happy person. They're in a happier place in their life. They feel like everything is going as planned for them. They're walking with a new walk, a new talk. And I feel like they don't mind spoiling you at this time. So this person really just wants to complete, everything's going well in their life, but they don't have maybe the love that they're looking for. They're looking to complete that perfect circle of fulfillment by including you in their life. So I feel like you have a Leo who maybe you forgot about, or you just kind of, lost feelings for. It's been a while. This person's going to be coming your way very soon. All right, let's get some cards about this Leo. Tell me about this Leo. Okay. Alrighty. So we have professional athlete here. So some of you guys have a professional athlete coming towards you, which is pretty cool. All right, let's see what else. We have dinner with the family. So this person could be inviting you out for dinner, but there's a +1 or +2. Someone from their family is also going to be included in that little outing. All right. And then this one is funny, but we have romance novelist. So I don't know if someone's a writer or author, or if someone just likes to read very romantic things. This can also be like shows, like someone could be really into like The Bachelor, The Bachelorette. Someone likes to watch those love shows on Netflix. Maybe someone's very like cheesy like that. They like things like that. So that could also be something of significance pointing towards this Leo. All right, let's go ahead and clarify these cards. Tell me about the Fool. Y'all, people keep calling me. I don't know why I'm such a hot commodity tonight, but let's see. Tell me about this Leo. Tell me all about this Leo coming towards Sag. Wheel of Fortune, there's a big change in this person. They're not who they used to be. You know this person to be a certain way. You know them to not take life so seriously. They possibly weren't the most romantic or chivalrous in the past, but I feel like there's a total like 180 with this person, where now they are romantic, now they are serious, now they are putting forth effort. So definitely a big change coming in at like the last minute for this Leo and you. All right, we have the 6 of Wands. This person is checking for you really hard, so definitely giving you a lot of attention in the upcoming month of September. You're going to get a lot of attention from this person. They may just come forward just saying, hey, like it feels like maybe they're just trying to catch up with you in a friendly manner, but I don't get that. I feel like it's much deeper than that with the 2 of Cups. This person wants to bond with you in a romantic way. They're very attracted to you in a romantic way. They may just be trying to come off not too much at first. So it could be very calm and chill at first, but you're going to see their true intentions down the line. And then tell me about the 8 of Pentacles. All right, we have the 5 of Pentacles. So it took this person to be rejected, maybe by someone that they were trying to put an honest effort towards, for them to see like, okay, because Wheel of Fortune is also like karma, right? So it could get like pretty karmic. So I do feel like you could have had a sense of rejection with this Leo in the past, where you felt like they weren't on the same page as you, and that could have been very disappointing, but you got over it. And this Leo also had a time, before they're coming towards you, where they also were treated to the side. And I feel like that has now, like, in this new journey, because something has completely changed about this Leo. Like, it's not just how they're going to be treating you. I feel like their looks have changed. I feel like their style has changed. I feel like what they're interested in, their friend group could change. There's a big change in this person, almost like they stepped through a portal and they're a totally different person. But in the midst of some type of connection that they formed that didn't work out, they're realizing their own faults. And I do see them putting in a lot of effort towards you this time. So they're wanting to like kind of make up for things. Yeah, 8 of Cups. Okay. So I do feel like this person didn't treat people the best in the past, or treat you the best. They could have been in connections out of boredom. here today, gone tomorrow, not really treating things very seriously, not taking into account other people's feelings. And there's a big change now where they're going to be doing all that and more. What's the Nine of Cups? Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so that's interesting. I feel like this person's very excited, and it's almost like, okay, something about fulfillment. Like, you are a part of this person's fulfillment. Yes, they are having a very happy time in life right now. Everything seems to be going their way, but there is a level of patience that this person's going to have with you, because just because they're so giddy and so excited to get back on good terms, you could just be kind of like trying to figure things out. Like, this is kind of weird how you're coming towards me. You're a new person. So there's an energy of like slow and steady with this person. You got to have patience. You're excited to date again. You really are looking for a relationship or a marriage this time around, but I'm still figuring you out. So there's almost like a little bit of a waiting period before they can snatch you up. Let's see what else is here. Yeah, Four of Cups. Some of you guys are, I don't know if you're more so weirded out by this person being so cute and cuddly now and all about romance, or you're just not in that energy of like super lovey-dovey. So there will be that energy of like a little rejection, like baby rejection, that they'll feel when they're trying to be super cuddly with you, when they're trying to hold your hand, when they're like bringing you gifts, where you're just not really as amused as they are to give to you and to find you and to reconnect. And I don't know where that comes from. I don't know if that's like an energy of like trying to figure this person out since they've changed so much, or if it's more so like, I'm not really in a lovey-dovey mood. I'm not all head over heels for you, maybe how I was in the past. So I am seeing that, and it's interesting. All right. Let's see. Let's see what the outcome is going to be between you and this Leo moving forward. What's the outcome? The Moon. There's an energy here where you won't feel so clear on this person's intentions. There's a guard up. Again, I feel like you know this Leo already. Like, that's kind of like the storyline I'm getting, where you knew them before. They didn't treat you so seriously in the past. Now they're coming towards you with a serious offer. It's just kind of weird. There's something weird, and you're wondering what's the catch. So there's this energy where you won't completely trust them, and you'll feel very confused by how great they're going to be treating you. And I know that feels like someone may say, "Oh, get over it. They're treating you well." But there's that past experience that you've had with this person that you can't just erase. So a lot of fear about trusting this person again, a lot of energy of confusion, like, what is really going on? Did I step into the twilight zone? Because this Leo's going to be all over you. That's just what I'm seeing. Okay. Good luck with that one. Okay. All right. Let's move forward to Virgo. All righty. If you are dealing with a Virgo, how does this Virgo currently feel about you? If you're dealing with a Virgo, how does this Virgo currently feel about you? What's their true feelings for Sagittarius, this Virgo? How do they currently feel about Sag? All right, Six of Cups. I feel like this Virgo wants to reconnect with you. They're having a lot of positive thoughts about you too, most recently. So they're wanting to reconnect. Let's see. What else? The Tower. Okay, what else? Six of Swords. I feel like this person, again, there's someone here that the Hermit. You guys definitely don't speak to each other. There could have even been like an ending where you guys blocked each other and just kind of, sworn each other off. But I feel like this Virgo's thinking positively about you. So maybe not in the past, they could have been mad at you, or They felt like it was really over, but now they're thinking about you, fantasizing about you quite in the positive. And maybe it's shocking them that these feelings are coming back up out of nowhere with that Tower. And with the Six of Swords, I almost feel like a very frantic energy where this person's going to be checking for you soon just to see, are you in a relationship? Have you moved on? Are you single? Are you open to getting to know them all over again? So there's like this frantic energy with the Six of Swords, like I have to catch them before they get on that train. So I feel like a Virgo is going to be checking for you. Okay. I don't know if it's subtle or if it's really abrupt. Tower gives abrupt, but I feel like that's more so their feelings just crashing in for you all over again, all of a sudden. So there's a Virgo who's really like fantasizing about getting back together or missing you, missing the old you, how you were with them, the positive times that you guys used to have. That's what I'm seeing. Let's see. Tell me more about this Virgo's energy with Sagittarius. Ooh, okay. All right, first card that we have is Tattletale. Okay, so this is definitely someone that when you guys did break up or separated or stopped speaking with each other, one of you went and told the other person's business. So I don't know if this person went and told your business, Sag. They could be a tattletale. They can't keep their mouth shut. Maybe this was how they grieved by just telling all the things that they felt like you did to them. So this person definitely has told their family and their friends about you in a negative way when you guys separated. Okay. So that could be something that you know and you're just not wanting to get down with. You're like, okay, why'd you have to be a snitch? We have stay at home parent. Okay. So that also could be a clue or affirmation for, confirmation for who this person could be. If they don't have children, maybe they have a pet and they are just a stay at home pet. I don't know. I mean, sorry, what? They stay at home, they work from home, they work remote, or they just are a stay at home parent or a stay at home pet parent. That's what I meant to say. All right. And then we have person with a grudge. So you or this person held a grudge for a long time. I feel more so this person because the Tower is shocking them that they're having all these positive thoughts about you after they told the whole town that you were a good for nothing, you know what. Now they're shocked that they're thinking positively. Like, I miss Sag. I want to be with Sag again. I want to see Sag again. So it's interesting. All right, let's see. Tell me about the Six of Cups for this person's feelings for Sag. Tell me about the Six of Cups for this person dealing with Sag. King of Cups, okay, again, highlighting the masculines. Masculine, if you're a masculine Sag, you could be missing a Virgo. If you dealt with a masculine Virgo, they're missing you quite a bit, okay? This person is starting to have compassion for you after they were so angry with you for a long time. And I feel like this person is wanting to dive back in and recommit. That's what I'm getting. Let's see what else is here. Yep, the Empress. Now someone is starting to think about all the positive qualities of a feminine, like the good things about her. She wasn't all the way bad. Putting her on a pedestal, thinking very positive, uplifting thoughts about this feminine. So that's just what I'm seeing. Six of Cups again to confirm. Tell me about the Tower. Ace of Pentacles. It's shocking someone that they are thinking of recommitting to this all over again. This is like equivalent to a person who thought they would never get back with you. And it's shocking them that they're like, I would be willing to get back with Sag. So there's that. Let's see what else. Okay, Two of Swords. They can't tell anyone about this because if they do, all the people that they ran their mouth to would be looking at them crazy. Like you said that you hated this person. You said you would never go back to this person. It's done. It's finito. And they can't tell anyone. They can't even call their best friend and let them know that they're having these feelings. So it's just really within, which is crazy. And then let's see, what's the Six of Swords? All right, Six of Wands. What else? Nine of Cups. Wow. Again, with the fulfillment energy, kind of like Leo, this person would be totally fulfilled if they were to come to you and you haven't moved on yet. If you're not married now, you're not in a new relationship, you haven't found your next boo, they would be so fulfilled to and overjoyed. They would feel like they won a war if they could reach out or just go on your social media, snoop a little bit and see that you have not moved forward. All right. So I feel like someone's really banking on that and they're wanting to check up on you now. So don't be surprised if a Virgo slides in your DMs or you have a random follow from them or someone unblocked you and now hitting you up from a new number. Okay, because someone's really wanting to know if you're still open, like not dating or not seeing someone seriously. And then they want to know if you're open to seeing them again. Okay, what's the outcome between you and this Virgo? What's going to be the outcome between you and this Virgo? Page of Pentacles, okay. Page of Pentacles says like it's risky to do this again. So someone's like weighing the pros and the cons of the situation. It's like bittersweet because it's like maybe the ending could have been very tumultuous. Someone could have threw a lot of dirt on someone's name, and it's like it'd be kind of silly for people to see us around town together again. It'd be kind of silly for you to bring me to Thanksgiving dinner when you told your family all these things. It'd be kind of silly for me to bring you around during Christmas. So it's almost like a big risk to even restart this, rehash this all over again. And I feel like that's what someone's thinking. They're like, the embarrassment, possibly, my family or my friends, throwing me out because I told them this was really done. I've said so many things. And if I was to get back with you or be seen with you or be talking to you again, it's just very risky in my life, in my lifestyle. So that's definitely something here that someone's thinking. I feel like it's really up to you guys if you guys are willing to go through that or not. All right, moving forward, we're going to go to Libra. Interesting readings today, guys. These are juicy, juicy, juicy readings, okay? All right, Libra. What signs are you guys dealing with, okay? Because I feel like y'all are quiet right now. Y'all like, that is not my boo. All right, tell me about this Libra, please. How does this Libra currently feel about wrong deck? How does this Libra currently feel about my Sag? What is this Libra's current feelings for Sagittarius at this time? What is Libra's current feelings for Sagittarius at this time? Give me some messages, please. How does Libra currently feel about Sagittarius? All right, we have the Eight of Pentacles, which has been coming out a ton for you, Sag. A lot of people really want to put in a lot of effort towards you. That's interesting. All right, so this Libra, same thing stands with this Libra. Seven of Cups. It's interesting. Let's see what else. Eight of Wands. All right, you definitely have a message incoming from a Libra very soon. They are looking to reconnect and bond with you. They also feel the closest to you. So I feel like this Libra has been keeping their options open. They've been dating other people, but they feel the strongest bond and attraction to you. I feel like lots of communication coming in from this Libra. They want to talk more, they want to see you more. I see back-to-back dates and phone calls and texts. I also feel like this Libra wants to travel to you. Maybe someone is at a distance right now. So I am seeing that with the Eight of Wands. Eight of Pentacles, once again, this person wants to put forth a lot of effort towards this situation. So this person could just be giving you a lot of communication, a lot of time together, a lot of dates. They're putting in a big effort towards you amongst their other singles that they've been dating, because this person has been dating with the Seven of Cups. They do have flavors of the week, but they feel the closest to you. They want to put the most effort in towards you. So that says something. This Libra is currently trying to decide if they're ready to just settle down and call it quits with all these other people, or if they're still wanting to play the field. They feel a very strong bond and attraction to you where they are willing to give it up because they've already been putting in so much effort anyway. But they also wonder, should I still just be single and just date? And, you know, I see Sag when I see Sag. So I feel like they're in that energy right now where, you know, am I going to just call it quits with everyone else and just be with Sag, or am I still going to date? Is there anyone else on that roster that I like just as much? And I feel like they're really trying to figure that out. Okay, so I know that sounds crazy, but that's really what I'm getting here. All right, so let's go ahead and see some more messages about this Libra. Tell me about this Libra. Ooh, these cards are getting messier and messier. Okay, so what we have here is deadline, which means that this Libra doesn't have a lot of time to decide. I feel like you're in the energy that you do like this Libra. You like their company, you like dating them. You're going to be liking the effort that they give you, but you're not just going to sit around waiting for them. So there is a deadline here. It's like, well, don't hold your breath forever because I won't be here. Okay. And then we have unopened envelope. Okay, so this could be an actual unopened envelope in your home or in this Libra's home. Hopefully someone's not doing snooping, but this could just talk about an unopened text message or unopened DM from this Libra that's going to be coming in. This could have already came in towards you. You may not have paid it any attention. And speaking of attention, this Libra could be a big attention seeker. So this could be why they're kind of stuck on keeping up those other options, because they love the attention that they get from all of these options. If I'm just with Sag, the only attention that I'm going to really get is from Sag. Am I ready to mature and just give that all up? Or am I still a attention seeking whore? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles for this Libra. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles for this Libra. All right, Three of Pentacles. So they are, I feel like this person is really good at putting in an effort. Okay, this comes effortlessly to them. So I'm starting to wonder, is that something that they're also doing for someone else? Because it feels like it's not like a big, they don't have to try so hard to keep up communication, to plan dates, to buy gifts, to whatever they do to give to you, to put in that effort. It feels like it comes very effortlessly for this Libra. So I'm also wondering, are they then giving to someone else? But on the flip side, we have the Two of Cups. So it does point towards just you, Sag, that it comes very easily for them to give so much. Maybe with these other options, it doesn't come so easily for them to be so open and so giving. Okay. Five of Swords. Also, there was a very heavy discussion between you and this Libra about them putting in more of an effort. So that has already been like a little argument or fight between you two. I feel like they're showing you that they will live up to what you want if you've been asking for more time, more communication, more love, more dates, more attention. I feel like this has it hit a head at one point, but I feel like someone has been showing up and showing out the way that they need to. So it is what it is. Tell me about these options that this Libra has with the Seven of Cups. All right, we have the Hangman, and I literally was about to say that. Like, some of these options that this Libra has, they definitely want more from this Libra, but they're not the type to walk away. So they could be wanting to be the only girl or guy in this Libra's life. They could be crying for more attention. They could be expressing that they want more this, more that. And if this Libra does not give it, they're not going to walk away. Again, so I feel like for you, you differ in a way that there's a deadline with you. Like, you will walk away if you feel like there's not an equal or a more generous exchange from this Libra, because you're not like the rest. Okay, because literally Hangman is like, in action, no actions. Those people, these other options are like all talk, no action. They tell this Libra, I'm gonna stop talking to you, I'm gonna move on, I'm gonna date other people, and they never do. You actually mean what you say. So if you say that, you really have a deadline on the table. All right, let's see what else. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. Okay. Again, attention seeking, someone who has a sense of abandonment. So, what was this person's childhood like? All right. Like, maybe they are attention seeking, not just because they are full of themselves, but maybe because of some like real life pain that they've been through, that the attention and the swarm around them feels nice in some way. Okay. I'm getting that. And then what's Eight of Wands? Okay. Seven of Cups. These people always try to butt their way into your time with this person. This is equivalent. Seven of Cups, Eight of Wands. It's like a disruption. It's like you're on the phone with this person and you keep hearing their phone go beep, but they ignore it and they keep talking to you. And then y'all just talking, having a good time. And then you hear beep. And you're like, do you want to answer that? Okay. That's what it's giving. Let's see what else is here. The moon. Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Eventually, okay, I feel like you're not pressuring this Libra for commitment or anything, but it would be nice for them to, see your worth and treat you as such. But one thing that you're not going to like is the moon. Like, all these, the confusion around their other people. How far have you guys went? What's the extent of these relationships? Because there's kind of like disruptions in your alone time with this Libra. Again, so if it's not on the phone, it's like you could be in person watching a show and then their phone keeps going off, or their text message vibration keeps going off, or on a date, their phone is like going off. It's like the unspoken things that will start to trigger you, or this Libra if it's vice versa. And it's like, okay, I don't want to continue the bond and get so close with you. And then it's just like the unknown, like what's going on with them? Do they have a place? Are they out of place? What's going on with them? I feel like that's something that definitely needs to be figured out. And I feel like this Libra is trying to decide, should I just focus on one, or should I just keep doing what I'm doing? And at what extent? Like, does that mean that I'm going to lose Sag, or vice versa? Okay. What's the outcome here? What's the outcome? Emperor. Someone's about their business and they're going to keep their word, but they also have that mask. So, if someone does want to move forward and they say that they're going to be committed, there's still that mask, okay, of their true identity. If they are attention seeking and then they're like, okay, I'm just going to date you, they still may be on that sly energy of still wanting attention. So I don't see them, if you guys decide to move forward just being together, I don't see them seeing these people, but they may still be in cahoots speaking to these people on social media or even through text, that kind of thing. Like this person is being a man of their word, but there's also that energy of still on the sly getting attention. So that's what I'm seeing there, okay? All right, guys, moving on to Scorpio. So this is for my Saggies dealing with the Scorpio. Oh, sorry. All right, so how does this Scorpio currently feel about my Sag? How does this Scorpio currently feel about my Sagittarius? What's their current feelings for Sag? How does this Scorpio currently feel about Sagittarius? Knight of Wands. Very impulsive, very horny towards you, okay? So I do see that. Let's see what else is here. Queen of Swords. Jeez. Okay. What else? Someone's not giving it up. Someone's not giving that hot box up. And the Devil. Very horny. Very, very horny towards you. Very, very horny. Also chasing you. Not taking no for an answer, by the way. So if you are turning them down, like, you know, to see each other, to hang out in text messages, when they're calling your phone, if you're turning them down to come to their house to bang, them coming to your house to bang, someone's not giving up. They are very horny. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. And very like impulsive and very, I want it right now. I want you right now. I'm not going to give you space. I just want to keep hitting you up and you'll cave in eventually. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from this Scorpio. The rejection is making the Scorpio more infatuated. Okay, so I am seeing that. And infatuated is a kind way of saying possessive, you know? Definitely getting that. All right, so somehow there's a Scorpio being turned on by the word no. Alrighty, let's get some messages to confirm or deny. Okay. Okay. All right, I accidentally pulled 4 cards, but it's all good. All right, so we have Wrestler here. So someone's very heavy, okay? And I don't mean that like in a body shaming way. I mean that in a way of like, think about like if you're pinned down by someone, they're very heavy. And I feel like it's kind of uncomfortable. Like someone's heavy, like maybe in strength, like lots of muscle. Someone's just very heavy when they're on top of someone. Okay. All right. We also we also have do it yourselfer. So this could be in a sexual way. And I'm sorry to say so much sexual things in this read, but this is a big sexual energy I'm getting. Do it yourselfer. I mean, make it make sense. If someone needs to get off on their own, what do they do? Okay. So that's what I'm getting. Someone's been masturbating a lot lately because they're not getting none from this feminine. Okay. Um, we have these 2 cards that I pulled together, so we'll try to make it make sense. But we have secret meeting and strangers' cell phone. So what is that? That's kind of crazy. Okay, so we have secret meeting, strangers' cell phone. Interesting. All right. So those are the cards for Scorpio. The Scorpio. Let's go ahead and clarify these cards. All right, tell me about the Knight of Wands. Tell me about the Knight of Wands individual here. This gives like player, playboy, or playgirl. So someone who could be a player, someone that you may not feel like you see long term with, or you may feel like is not worth your time or not worth your goods, not worth having sex with, because you don't see them treating the situation seriously. So you may just feel like I don't want to be bothered to give it up if I'm not going to be treated, on a pedestal. Okay. Think about the Knight of Wands. Ace of Wands. I always say, what does that Ace of Wands represent? It's a phallic card. Okay. So someone's very sexually driven. I don't know what that's about. Someone's really horny for you, like for you. Like there's other people in the world to bone and screw. There's services out there, there's apps out there for that. But someone just wants you bad. Okay. They want you in bed badly. I don't know what that's about, man. All right, the Emperor. They're very serious too. So this is what's interesting. This person is serious in their romance pursuits towards you. Like they do want something serious, but they come off as someone who just wants to screw and then what's next, you know? And I feel like that's turning some feminine off. Like they don't like when someone starts with the sexual talk. There could be like a date or outing or on the phone. Someone always has to turn a conversation sexual. All right, that's what I'm. Not funny. Okay, tell me about this Queen of Swords. Ten of Wands. Okay, also this Queen of Swords has other issues going on in their life. It's like sex is not everything. They actually have other stuff that they're going through. They may have a very like they may have a job that requires a lot out of them where they're very tired at the end of the day. All right. So they're not really wanting to pick up the phone for phone sex. Or this person just has a lot of responsibilities right now, or they have like a tough time going right now where they're very much distracted from the situation. Um, and they have a lot of responsibilities that they got to take care of. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work. So it's almost like, these are the things that are a concern for me right now. That's not really a concern for me. But if you do want some of my time, how do you help me take this load off and not in that way? Like, how do you help me ease the stressors in my life? Then we can talk about that. But when you want to talk about nonsense and things that just don't even excite me right now, I don't really have much time for that. Okay. Let's see what else. Yeah, Four of Wands. Okay. Someone is just looking for a very peaceful, chill vibe with someone where they can just talk with them. They can have a good time, but it doesn't have to always lead into sex. It's like, I just want a very healthy, chill vibe around me. I'm very stressed out right now. I just need someone to talk to. I need someone to take me out for a good time, but don't always just be so persistent when it comes to the sexual range. Okay. So I definitely see that. Tell me about the Devil. The Lovers. You know what? Whoever this Scorpio is, what's the word I want to use? This person gives off the wrong vibe. I feel like they mean very well. I feel like they're very interested in someone outside of the just worldly things, the devilish things, the sexual things, but they kind of don't show that up front. Like what they show up front is just super horny, super like annoying, okay? Like you bring up sex at the wrong times. You're always talking about it. You seem to always fantasize about me in a icky way. And I feel like this person actually does have clarity about how they feel about this person, about you, Sag, and what they want with you, but they never really show that side of them. It's very masked by this devilish, horny side. It's like their good side gets masked by their, impulsive side. And someone just needs to learn to start slow and not try to start so fast and just get it so fast. Like it takes time. It's almost like someone is their infatuation with you won't allow them to take it slow. And it kind of just puts a damper on things where after hanging out with this person or talking to them, you need your space for like a week, a month, okay? It becomes too much pressure for things that you don't care about right now. Hmm. What's the outcome between you and the Scorpio? I feel like someone just really wants to get the ball running with you. They've already envisioned you guys being together. They feel like you guys are a good match, but the personality that they're showing, you can't really agree. You're like, with what you've been showing me, I don't know how you see that. If they were to show their more calm, sensitive, and patient side, I think it would it would just play out better. What's the outcome here? Six of Cups. Okay, so Six of Cups is lots of fantasizing about the positives. This could also be an energy where you guys do not decide to move forward at this time. You decide to date other people. They're gonna go and date and screw other people, and you guys may make your way back to each other in a different period. Maybe when this feminine is able to be more open to love, because she is the Queen of Swords at this time, and when she doesn't have so much stress on her back, and when this masculine got their rocks off, that they're not so hyper focused on sex. So maybe it's not meant to be right now. You guys will move forward, date other people, see other people. But with that Six of Cups, there is a good chance that you guys may come back around in a different headspace, a more healthier headspace, and more open and more patient and nurturing versus just hot and heavy, you know? All right, so that's what I see there with the Scorpio. That was interesting. All righty, let's go ahead and move on to Sagittarius. So if you're dealing with another Sagittarius or a Sagittarius placement, this is for you. This could also be like a mirror reading of just how you feel about your person at this time, okay? All righty, let's see, which deck are we on? Here we go. All right. How does my Sagittarius, oh, sorry. How does this Sagittarius feel about this Sagittarius? Okay. How does a Sagittarius feel about my Sagittarius watching? How does a Sagittarius feel about my Sagittarius watching? What's their current feelings for them at this time? Give me some messages, please. What's their current feelings for them at this time? Sorry this is taking so long, guys. I probably should just started off pulling 2 cards, but I was overzealous. I pulled 3, so this is taking longer than I thought. All right, let's see. So 2 of Swords. King of Pentacles. 3 of Wands. Okay, very interesting. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Swords. So there's a Sagittarius here who feels stuck in a situation. Someone could feel stuck in a commitment. This could be in their career. This could be like in where they live in their community, if they want to move, if they want to travel, or this could be in a relationship. Someone feels very stuck. Someone cannot make a decision to leave or to stay. They definitely don't want to stay in their current position. But with that 2 of Swords, they also can't make a decision on leaving something behind. So this could be, again, where they live currently, if they want to move to a new city, a new town, a new state, a new country. This could be in their career, if they want to, you know, head out of their industry or whatever business or career that they're in. This could also be a relationship. Okay, so someone's just very indecisive. Now, this could also be towards you, like someone's indecisive about moving forward in this connection. And we'll see why that is. All right, we do have the King of Pentacles. So we do have a masculine here who is commitment based. They've already committed wholeheartedly. They found their place in a situation. They feel very comfortable. somewhere. And so to uproot all of that could be very difficult for this person, whether this person's in a current relationship and they felt very comfortable, but maybe not happy there, or if they're in a career or business that's been doing very well for them, but they're not feeling passionate about that, or if they're living somewhere that they've already bought their home and this is their life now, but they want a new life, they want to move, they want to travel. There's an energy, there's a fine line between comfortability and passion. So someone's not feeling passionate somewhere, but someone is feeling very comfortable. Like I've made a place for myself here. Hmm. Okay. And then we have the Three of Wands. So almost waiting for a sign from you, Sag, to jump or to move or to stamp in their decision. Like they're not able to make this decision by themselves. They almost want you to intervene and tell them what to do, which is very interesting. Okay, so yeah, someone's like almost wanting you to like tell them that you want them, tell them that they should move, tell them that they should leave this. They're kind of wanting your guidance or they're waiting for you to say something or do something. I feel like someone else had this card, but I don't remember the Three of Wands. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get some clarification on this energy, this Sagittarius. What is this? Okay. All right. First card that we have out is lonely. So, whoever this person is, they could be feeling very lonely. And again, there's this lack of passion somewhere where maybe they feel like they could have more passion and a better connection with you, but they've already made a commitment, maybe to their family, taking care of their family, or maybe they've already settled down in a new community, or maybe they're in this relationship. I don't know. But someone feels very lonely and they're lacking passion to to be happy or fulfilled where they currently are. All right. And then we have bad drivers. So again, this person may also not have the drive, the motivation, the affirmation in their life to make a decision, a life-changing decision to be happier, to be less lonely, to be with their person. They may feel a loss of direction here. This person, quite frankly, could be a bad driver. Like, I don't know, hopefully not falling asleep at the wheel. Okay. Hopefully not drifting over lanes. Hopefully not hitting cones. Hopefully not running red lights. I don't know. But this person could be, quite frankly, a bad driver, or they have like a loss of direction, motivation right now. They're not very driven. It's not really giving leader. I feel like this person does have it within them, but right now they're feeling very confused about what decision they should make. It's like they don't want to make a decision that and fall on their face. There's also a energy of lack of support. Okay. And we have flirt here. So is this person a natural flirt with everybody, or is this with you? Has someone been flirting with you that's like in a relationship, or has someone been flirting with you that um I don't know, is stuck somewhere where they're not able to fully experience a connection with you? I don't know. Is someone in a relationship with you who's flirting with other people? I don't know. Okay. So we also have flirt there. So lonely, bad driver, and flirt. Hi, Zachary. All right. So let's go ahead and clarify these cards. Let's see what's going on here with this person. Feels like a masculine because of the King of Pentacles, but this also could be a feminine that is dealing with the King of Pentacles. I don't know. Tell me about the Two of Swords. Tell me about the Two of Swords here. Like if this person is married, very lonely in their relationship or their marriage, or if this person's even like in a relationship that feels like it's going to lead to marriage, very lonely, lack of passion. All right. All right, Queen of Pentacles. So someone can't make a decision on the person that they're in a relationship with, their wife or their girlfriend. They can't make a decision here. This could also be this Queen of Pentacles. Maybe she's also can't make a decision to leave. These two people are kind of stuck. They're weighing the pros and cons of being with each other. This is interesting. This could also be like relocating, maybe closer to you. This is interesting. Let's see what else. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like someone has built something up for themselves. So they've either built up their career very well, but there's a lack of passion. Someone could have built up like their home, their community, their assets in life, maybe with another person, this Queen of Pentacles. And it's like, do I just leave that all behind in pursuit of my happiness, in pursuit of a passion, a person that I feel passionate about? Is it worth it? Will I regret that? Okay. So someone is really like scared. Like they're like, should I take that gamble? Should I take that risk to go be with Sagittarius? Y'all have like a married man or a married woman that's a Sagittarius that could be interested in you, or this is you. All right. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. So whoever this masculine is really wants to take a risk here, but too afraid to do it. Okay? Like quite frankly, just too afraid, because this would mean like leaving everything that they've worked so hard for behind, or leaving behind the person that they've worked and did a lot with, they have accomplished a lot with behind, leaving their career behind, leaving their family behind. Yeah, Page of Wands, definitely a flirt. Whoever this masculine is, a big flirt. Very playful too. So this person plays a lot, like they are going to come towards you or leave or leave everything behind for you or whoever this individual is, but they don't really do it. They don't really stick to their word. They don't commit to this new thing that's bringing them a lot of fun and passion and lively energy in their life. What's the Three of Wands? Nine of Wands. Interesting. So this person is kind of like working under the guise that timing is everything. So when the timing is right, I'll jump. But they also put themselves in a very guarded place where they could have really missed an opportunity a bunch of times. Like, how are you going to see when the right timing is behind this gate, behind this wall? You're kind of guarded. You're not allowing yourself to really explore new avenues or new destinations. Hmm. And I feel like this person already knows that. Like they say that they're going to do something, but they know they're not going to follow through. It's like their intuition with the oracle. They know that they would be happier somewhere else, but someone's too afraid to let go of a commitment or something that they've made for themselves. If they made a name for themselves, if they've, accomplished home ownership, if they are like the breadwinner in their family, their extended family, whatever, they're afraid of the unknown. Like, will this work out? Will this not work out? The moon. So maybe you guys have like a married man or a married woman or someone who's in a relationship that finds much more fulfillment with you, but they're too afraid to pursue that wholeheartedly. What's the outcome here between you and the Sagittarius? What's the outcome between you and the Sagittarius? Three of Cups. Lots of bonding, but the Three of Cups is like very playful, friendly, right? So there's attraction and bonding here and getting closer, but it doesn't feel like commitment. I don't see you or this person cutting ties anytime soon. It almost feels like third party energy. And third party could be another person that they're committing to or something else in their life that they're committing to that you just kind of join in. But there's not a leaving behind of that third party, that job, that career, my family behind, my community, my hometown, my girlfriend, my boyfriend, my husband, my wife. It's kind of like a joint thing. That's what I'm seeing. All right. So that's the T on a Sagittarius and you. Oops. All right, guys, let's move on to Capricorn. Then we're going to do Aquarius and then Pisces, and we're finally done. All right, let's do Cappy. All righty, Sag. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, how does this Capricorn currently feel about you? How does this Capricorn currently feel about you? Give me some messages, please. How does this Capricorn currently feel about you? All right, Four of Cups. Feeling pretty rejected by you right now. Feeling like you're not giving them the love that maybe they're trying to extend to you. Or it could be vice versa here. Page of Pentacles, but they're going to keep trying. I feel like this person doesn't have much more effort to give. They could have given their best effort to you and felt that rejection. But I still see them like taking a risk and trying again, you know, reaching out to you again, asking you out again, wanting to hang out with you again. This person doesn't want to face maybe rejection. Like, no, I'm not going to take that as a no. I'm going to keep trying, but they don't have much more to give, by the way. Okay. And also patience. So I don't know, this Capricorn could also be telling themselves, maybe I wasn't being patient enough with Sag. I need to just give them more time to open up to me. So they're kind of like hanging on to faith, which is a good thing. All right. They do feel like they could be successful in getting your attention and getting more of an effort from you. Yeah, I feel like a Capricorn's into you, but they don't feel like the feeling is mutual, but they're not giving up just yet, or vice versa. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. And they feel like they can be successful if they don't give up. So someone's just not giving up. That's what I'm seeing here. All right, tell me more about this Capricorn, please. Oops. Okay. Alrighty. Pulled 4 cards again. So we have house cleaners. So someone's house could be sparkling clean. Maybe someone does have a cleaning service as a business, but someone's house could be like spotless. So that could give you some clues about this Capricorn. We have dropout, which is interesting. I don't know if someone's a dropout of like college or like high school. That could be a thing. This could also be like that energy surrounding this Capricorn that was trying to get them down, telling them maybe drop out of the race with you. Sag is not receptive, so I need to just drop out. Maybe someone gave them advice to just let it go. But I feel like this Capricorn is not going down without a fight. They're still wanting to pursue this, even if things have not been looking up for them in their favor. We have best-selling authors. So someone could have an accomplishment as a best-selling author, which is pretty cool. Someone could be a novelist or an author themselves. Maybe someone is just like usually very successful in a lot of their pursuits, in their career, in their friendships, in other, in their last relationships, could have been very successful in winning people's hearts over. And with you, it's just not the same. It's not hitting the same. So they could be wondering why, trying to get to the bottom of that. And then we have the truth within a lie. So who is lying here? All right. Is it the Capricorn or is it you? One of you is coming up with a lie, but the truth is within the lie. So that's kind of interesting. All righty. Let's go ahead and clarify this Capricorn's feelings for you. Tell me about the Four of Cups, please. All right, Nine of Wands. So this Capricorn is feeling a very standoffish, guarded vibe with you where you're not allowing them to like come into your life. You're not allowing them in. You're not being super receptive to their love or their advances towards you. They feel that guard. Okay. Let's see what else. or you feel that guard coming from a Capricorn. Let's see what else. Knight of Swords, not giving up. It kind of got a little quiet between you and this Capricorn, maybe after that last like effort to try to get in and it was rejected. It's been very quiet, but someone is not giving up. So if you haven't heard from this Capricorn in a while, they're about to come in with a message or call you or maybe even ask you out. They haven't given up, but it has been quiet for a while. You may have thought this person gave up. No, they did not give up. So they're coming towards you almost like out of nowhere, very last minute. They're still wanting to try with the Page of Pentacles. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles here. All right, Six of Pentacles. They're going to try again, and they're going to be very generous again towards you. Maybe taking you to a very nice place to eat, maybe offering to do something really nice for you. They're still being very generous and very giving and very genuine towards you. All right, even with the past rejection. Five of Swords. Ooh, there's a tough situation here. Something was broken down very brutally, and it could have been very tough, like very hurtful, but it almost felt like, I don't know, I feel like the way that someone received it, they didn't allow it to like break their heart and crumble down. I don't know what this is. It almost feels like someone's apologizing when they didn't do anything wrong. So it's almost like someone saying, listen, I don't have time to like be on the phone with you this long, and I cannot see you this weekend. I've been, doing a lot. I've been going through a lot. And maybe someone's just really trying to say like, hey, I'm not interested right now. But instead of someone just hearing that out and being like, oh my God, they're kind of being a little mean, they almost just like say, apologize. Like, oh, I'm sorry for calling you. I'm sorry for asking you to come out this weekend. Like someone's just immediately going to the apology. It's almost like you can't break this Capricorn. Like they cannot be broken, okay? Or you can't be broken. Whoever this person is, you can't hurt their feelings, babe. Like, okay, whatever. You don't want to talk to me. I'm sorry for calling you, but I will be calling you tomorrow. You can't break this person's soul or their spirit. Like, no, you're gonna have to try harder than that. Tell me about this, because someone is willing to wait until the right time. So they don't even give a damn. What's the Seven of Pentacles? That's crazy. All right, let's see. Yeah, Eight of Wands. Okay, someone's gonna keep trying. They feel like conversation's gonna pick up. The bond is gonna pick up eventually. I'm not gonna give up because I feel like I'm this close to breaking through. So lots of communication coming in from this Capricorn, and the offer is still on the table. You can't break this Capricorn soul. They're gonna keep trying. All right, you try to explain to them different types of ways how you're not interested right now. They're like, well, maybe you're not interested because it's getting cold and you said that you didn't like the cold. So I'm going to hit you up on a warm day, okay? This Capricorn, though, is not a playboy or a playgirl. They're actually someone who's looking for marriage or they're looking for monogamy. So they will treat you as such. I think it's just up to the other person to open up if that can be a thing, or maybe it can't. Let's see. What's the outcome here? What's the outcome between you and this Capricorn? Nine of Swords. Okay. This card says inner torture and addiction. So I feel like someone's kind of forming an addiction towards you or you towards them by not getting the hint or not taking no for an answer. It's like forming a addiction on that person. And I still see someone's guard being up. So I don't really see a lot of forward movement there. All right, moving on to Aquarius. And then we're going to end it off with Pisces. All righty, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, how does this Aquarius currently feel about you? If you're dealing with an Aquarius, how does this Aquarius currently feel about you? If you're dealing with an Aquarius, how does this Aquarius currently feel about you? All right, we have the Page of Swords. So someone is talking about you currently, like maybe asking about you through a mutual. Someone also could be like spying on you. So I see someone asking about you, then like going to your social media or watching something. I don't know. They could be watching you in some way. So if you guys work together, maybe they're like near your department, watching you. All right, Five of Swords. Last time you and this Aquarius spoke, it wasn't so high. Okay, you guys definitely could have gotten into a heavy argument. There could have been some things said that can't be taken back. And yeah, but this person is now asking about you. They're wondering about you. They're curious about you, even after that painful conversation or series of events. Yeah, they want to talk. So I feel like Aquarius feels like they want to speak to you. They want to maybe have closure or talk about what happened when you guys were on the outs, when you guys did have an argument or fought with your words, hopefully, and not your hands. This person wants to have a conversation about this, and they've been asking about you and watching you. They're very curious to know what you have to say, how you feel, what you think of them. Okay, this person is very curious about you since you've walked away, since you guys walked out of each other's life. They want to have that conversation now. Okay. Yeah, it's like you guys walked away, but they are wondering like if this can be reconciled through a conversation. So I feel like Aquarius really wants to talk to you at this time, and they are watching. All right, tell me more about this Aquarius. Oh, okay. What the hell? Sorry, excuse my language, y'all. Okay, alrighty. So, first card we have is Up All Night. So, this person could be up all night watching you, or talking about you, or thinking about you, either of the sort. Okay, so that's the first card to come out. We also have this card, which is crazy. It says Not So Good Samaritan. So, who's the Not So Good Samaritan? Which is interesting because Aquarius rules humanitarian energy. So, like, who hasn't been a good Samaritan? Who hasn't been good to the community? All right. So, someone is not an angel. That's what I'm getting. We also have pet photographer. So, who's been taking pictures of their animal? Who has like a Instagram for their pet? Maybe this person's watching your moves on there. I don't know. Someone takes pictures of their cat, their dog, their parrot, their gerbil, whatever you have. Someone is like been watching those photos closely most recently. This could also be highlighting a Aquarius who's been doing that with their own pet. Okay. And then last card we have here is Last Rehearsal, which is crazy. So it's crunch time between you and this Aquarius. And there's not a lot to get ready about. Like, I feel like someone could be preparing themselves for this conversation they're going to have with you. So that's interesting. So maybe someone's nerves are really up right now. Like they're a nervous wreck, wanting to reach out, wanting to see you again, talk face to face, talk on the phone. Someone's nervous. Alrighty, let's go ahead and clarify these cards for this Aquarius. Clarify the Page of Swords. Clarify the Page of Swords for this Aquarius and how they feel about Sag. All right, Two of Cups. So someone still has a very deep attraction to you, the same as when you guys were dating more regularly and on a good terms. This person still feels that bond between you two. They can't deny that. They also have still a lot of attraction. You may also have the similar amount of attraction towards this Aquarius because Two of Cups gives mutual energy. So feelings could be mutual. Let's see what else. King of Wands. Okay, this could be a masculine, perhaps, or you could be a masculine Sagittarius dealing with an Aquarius feminine. But with that King of Wands, I feel like someone is in a very like good energy, good mood. They feel very motivated to come towards you. They have the confidence right now to speak, to put things to bed. So I feel like now someone feels the spark, the energy to come towards you and have that conversation. Whereas in the past, maybe there was like these feelings of like wanting to retreat. I feel like someone now wants to take the forefront. Tell me about the Five of Swords. All right, we have the Six of Wands. Okay, so someone was very victorious with their words or in a certain fight. It's like after this argument or this fight happened between you two, someone just defeated someone so bad, and there was no, it was quiet after that. Like, you know, someone won the storm, and it's almost like catapulted someone. So two individuals had a fight. One person felt super defeated. The person who kind of won the battle went and was like, you know, speaking with people, going out with their friends, posting a lot. It didn't show that this person was suffering. This person over here went quiet and suffered. So there's like this memory about that, how things kind of went about. Like someone left unscathed and unbothered that the other person was hurt or suffering or heartbroken. So there's like this thought going through someone's head about that. Yeah, Page of Swords. So if you, I don't know who was the one who kind of retreated and got really quiet, but it does look like whoever, wherever this Aquarius stands in that equation, whether they were the one who left unscathed or they're the one left hurt, they're coming out of that and now wanting to see what's going on with you. So it's interesting. I don't know who is who. I got to keep it real about that. I just don't know. Because someone went like in the Four of Swords, like someone went inward and someone else went outward with the Six of Wands. And I don't know who is the one that's coming and checking on this person now. It's interesting. All right, Ace of Swords. So there's a conversation that this Aquarius wants to have with you. Let's see how that could possibly go. Wheel of Fortune, tables are turning. So whoever, okay, so maybe the person who left unscathed is now checking on the person who went in solitude because tables are turning, like in a very karmic way, where this conversation is going to be dominated by the person who was left hurting. The person who got quiet and retreated and went into solitude and could have been embarrassed or really broke down, that person is going to dominate this conversation. The person who kind of went out and just lived life like nothing happened is going to be retreating in this conversation. Three of Wands. This is a much anticipated conversation between you two. I feel like that time is going to happen like very, very soon. Someone is nervous as hell to have this conversation. But I also feel like the person who's nervous is the person who's seeking the conversation out because they could come off very confident. They could also be very much in love or they feel that way. But then when it gets time to that conversation, they're nervous. They can't sleep. They are in their head a lot. They have a lot of anxiety. There's this inner torture that's going on, this inner turmoil about this conversation and what's going to be brought out and the truths that's going to be laid on the table. And maybe even the outcome. Like, will this mean that we're good now? Will they hate me forever? There's like this nervousness. What's the outcome? Tell me about the outcome, please, between Aquarius and Sag. Five of Pentacles, you know, like something could still be left out in the cold. Four of Cups, something could be rejected. Okay, so it doesn't feel like a positive outcome between you two having this conversation, but I do see a conversation happening nonetheless. All right, guys. Last sign is going to be Pisces. So let's go ahead and see how a Pisces currently feels about you if you're dealing with one. All right. If you're dealing with a Pisces, how does this Pisces currently feel about you? If you're dealing with a Pisces, how does this Pisces currently feel about you? Give me some messages, please. How does this Pisces currently feel about Sag? All right. 6 of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. Judgment. Okay. All right. So this Pisces has not taken action towards you, and it feels like they almost won't take action towards you moving forward. They definitely see you and they hear about you. So you're being put on a pedestal right now. They see you like in a very positive light where you're doing well in life from afar. And they see you and they hear about you. So that's basically what I'm getting with that. With the 7 of Pentacles, I feel like they feel like this is not the right time. 7 of Pentacles is the energy of patience. So they could be trying to be, there could be this energy like a waiting period before they come towards you. But there is an interest here. So I do see that as well. And then we have judgment. So they could be asking for a second chance. They may want a second chance, or they're wanting to make a decision about this connection in some way, which again gives like a second chance. If this is a newer Pisces, they need to make a decision whether they're going to come forward or they're just going to keep watching you from afar. All right. But for some reason, with that hangman, and hangman is Pisces energy, but with that hangman, that usually gives stagnation, like no action. So we'll see what comes out for this Pisces. All right, give me some messages for this Pisces, please. Anything significant? Ooh. What the? Okay. All right, these are specific ones. So first, we have phone calls aren't returned. So I don't know what that's about. Maybe someone changed their number because someone has tried to reach out to someone, but they're not getting anything returned back. So that's very interesting. Now, if someone didn't change their number, someone's just not answering or picking up the phone. All right. But someone also could have changed their phone. That's what I'm also getting. Like there's a new number. That's why someone's not receiving someone's calls. Someone keeps thinking about your first kiss. Like they want to kiss you. They never kissed you before. They keep thinking about when that moment will happen, fantasizing about that, or they're thinking about the first kiss that you guys had. Okay. So someone really likes you in that way. They're crushing on you. Now, this is interesting. We have employee in a fast food restaurant. So someone could be working in a fast food restaurant. Someone could have been eating a lot, like eating out a lot at a fast food restaurant, because this card right here says person with a toothache. So maybe someone's going to a fast food restaurant, preferably somewhere where you can get like sweets, like ice cream or like slushies, where like stuff with candy, like sundaes or ice cream with candy or something like that. Someone's been eating a lot of sweets, particularly at a fast food restaurant that they love. This could be a very popular food chain that is having, like, sometimes fast food restaurants will have like some random new food of the month, and it's going to draw in a lot of customers. I feel like someone's seen an ad for some type of new food of the month, and it's sweet, and they keep going back to that restaurant like every night or every day. Like they keep frequenting it, and now they have a toothache. So that could be very, I don't know how you would know that, but yeah, that's coming out for someone. I don't know. All right. Tell me about the 6 of Wands, please, for this person. Tell me about the 6 of Wands for this person, for this Pisces, and how they feel about Sag. Page of Wands, okay? This person sees you doing your thing. They're watching you from afar. You seem to be doing really great in life. You also have a very they see this energy of happiness in you because you have a very playful mood about what you're doing. So you seem happy, you seem successful, and you're more playful, maybe more talkative, or the pictures that you're posting are more playful, or if you're like on Twitter or something, you're tweeting things that seem very funny or humorous or playful. So they equate that to you doing very well, being happy. So they're seeing a lot of that kind of energy that you've been putting out. Also, with the Page of Wands, that gives like treasure hunt or like tag your it. So your content, your media, your photo, your tweet popped up on someone's radar, like coincidentally. You know, like if you made a tweet and this person hasn't checked your page in a while, it popped up on their notifications, like literally, and it was something playful that you were doing and they liked it. So they equate that to you being more talkative, more open, maybe just in a really positive streak in your life right now. Let's see what else. Yeah, Page of Cups. And then also, I feel like once that person's seen it, they click like your profile to kind of see what else you've been doing, and you have that playful attitude on that page, your pictures, your tweets. And since they did that, now your stuff keeps coming and being brought up to them over and over again. It's kind of like on YouTube, like if you click a video and then they recommend other videos, and even when you go to sleep and you wake up the next day, go on YouTube, you see this new person's video, you just watch one of their videos. It's like that. Because Page of Wands to the Page of Cups, like someone liked what you were posting. And so the algorithm is doing its thing and it keeps bringing up what you're doing. So they're seeing you a lot. They're able to keep tabs on you, but it wasn't like intentional. It's kind of coincidental with this Pisces. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, the Fool. All right. So again, with coincidence, like since they're seeing so much of you, since you seem to be in a really good attitude and you're doing well in life, it kind of gives this person like the energy to go after you, try something new, try your hand, reach out, but they're choosing to play it safe and be patient or just kind of wait. Yeah, Eight of Cups. Okay. Hmm. They may see you as someone who's very fleeting, like you're not someone who is looking to be tied down. You're not a super committed person. You're in and out of people's lives, or you are in and out of their life. Because it feels like you only shared a kiss with this person, which is kind of, whatever. So maybe they're just kind of nervous that you're going to be in and out of their life. Like they reach out to you, you're speaking to them, you're texting them for a couple of days, and then you're gone. Maybe because you're busy or your life is amazing right now from what they think. And then what's Judgment? King of Swords. This person is thinking very logically about the decision that they will make towards coming towards you. So they're not following their heart. They're not following their curiosity, their interest. They're kind of thinking from a logical standpoint, kind of like not willing to sacrifice themselves. Like, I don't want to do this if this is not going to equal Sag and me really being on a consistent, plane. Yeah, because it's not like someone fears heartbreak. They just don't want to go through it. They don't want to put themselves in a position. They don't want to play themselves into a role where they fall for you and then you're kind of like on to the next. So I do feel like someone sees you doing your thing. They've been seeing a lot of your content, but they also don't really know if you're in a committed mood or if you're even interested in them the way that they think about you. It's kind of like prompting them not to take action towards you, just watch you from afar. Let's see, what's the outcome between you and this Pisces? What's the outcome between Sag and this Pisces? Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady strategy with this person. You may not even really pick up that this Pisces is like checking for you. You won't pick it up until a later date when they do finally get out of that hangman energy and they decide to take action. This person's not taking action anytime soon, you know, but they are interested in you. And in some coincidence, they got tuned into your energy right now. Eventually down the line, they'll be more of a chaser, more of a doer. Right now, they're kind of just not really like busting a move, if that makes sense. So yeah, could be a later thing with a Pisces later this year, winter season, which is crazy because they've been watching you since end of summer. So that's kind of crazy. That's a little crazy. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for everybody who stayed tuned the whole time, or even if you just popped in for the particular sign that you're interested in. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I will see you guys again tomorrow morning. And if not tonight, because it is nighttime right now, isn't it? Yeah. Well, if not later tonight, I will see you guys tomorrow morning. And I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. I know that I will. I'm about to go eat. Okay, I'm about to go feed myself, relax for a little bit. I may be on later. And yeah, that's it. And that's all. Peace out to all my homies. All right. I will see you guys a little bit later in the day or tomorrow morning. All right. All right, guys. Bye.